Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 2000's Represent. We're wrapping up this cycle of 2005 with a video game, and in this episode, we're talking about God of War. So, just an incredible hack and slash from Sony. I believe this is obviously the first one in the series, but I think chronologically, if you go through like the storyline, I think it's like actually the third game. So I've only actually ever played two of the God of Wars. I played God of War and God of War 2. Didn't get to play God of War 3. Really wish I got to play that one because that one just looked incredible. I remember seeing like E3 footage of that whenever it came out. Was it like 2009 or 2010? Whatever that was. Yeah, but never had a PS3. But yeah, God of War 1 and God of War 2 are the ones that I played. And I haven't played the newer ones, the Norse mythology God of Wars. I have not played those yet either. But I have really fond memories of playing the first two back when they came out. I think it was like 2005 and 2007. I remember picking up this game, maybe not the day it came out, but within a few days of it coming out, I had picked it up and absolutely had a blast with it. I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology, so like the theme for me was like just right on point. The game is just incredibly brutal, and it just is incredibly sad. Like some of the kills in the game are just incredibly satisfying. Like grabbing a harpy and just ripping its wings off is just incredible. Grabbing a zombie, like, or I think they're supposed to be like zombies, but you grab a zombie by the throat, hold it up, and then just stab at it with the blades of chaos. There's sometimes where you can take those zombies and just rip them in half like that. So yeah, the kills in the game are just incredibly brutal. It's kind of like a hack and slash, but you are basically creating combos with the blades of chaos, which are basically like permanently, like basically seared to Kratos' flesh. And the character of Kratos is just an incredibly badass character, even though he has a very like tortured past. But yeah, he is just incredibly savage in the game. The Blades of Chaos are great because they basically are attached to him, but he can throw them out and extend the blades to kind of reach far away. And there's like you can basically combo attacks with them. You can do juggle combos with the blades. Yeah, it's just like just an incredibly fun hack and slash action adventure game. There's some puzzle solving involved as well. The puzzles aren't anything crazy really though. It's a lot of it's like sliding blocks around and things like that. So there is some puzzling, but mostly it's just like a straight up hack and slash action adventure. It's just incredible. I have some notes here about it, and then of course we'll get to gameplay like we always do as well. Let me just pop the notebook open here. All right, so God of War was first released March 22nd, 2005. It was designed slash directed by David Jaffe, who I believe up to that point had worked on the Twisted Metal games, the vehicular combat games on the original PlayStation. And I think by this time, Twisted Metal Black was probably already out, and that was the PS2 version of that game. Like I mentioned earlier, also just like set in the world or an alternate version of Greek mythology. So basically, they play on kind of like the Spartan warriors. There's all these kinds of mythological creatures you're fighting, like some of the Greek titans and things like that. Like I don't know if it was Kronos, but I think you like are walking around and like dealing with him as well. Yeah, because I think that like one of the levels takes place like on Kronos because he's got like this temple like on him, and the whole plot is that you are trying to Athena wants you to get rid of Ares, and the only way to get rid of him is by getting Pandora's box. And in the storyline, years in the past, Kratos basically like let out a desperate plea to the gods for help. Ares ended up helping him, but also like that ended up getting his family killed. So that he is just this like tormented soul basically that is now like basically enslaved to doing doing Ares bidding. So basically the whole thing is like basically Athena wants you to take him out. In some of the other games, I know you're actually like dealing with like fighting like like Zeus and stuff like that, where the game goes incredibly hard. It's really great. Apparently, David Jaffe was inspired by the Capcom game Onimusha, um, and basically said kind of that he wanted to do a game similar to that, but in the world of Greek mythology. So yeah, Onimusha is like I believe like a feudal like Japan game with like samurais and stuff like that. I have a quote here from David Jaffe about just the kind of brutality of the game, and the quote was that they wanted to quote make the player feel brutal, letting their inner beast free and just going nuts. And that absolutely is how the game is like played. You are just hacking and slashing with the blades of chaos, doing all these really cool kills to just the regular enemies as well as the bosses. Um, this is one of the first games, I think maybe the second that I remember having quick time events in. I think the first one that predates this by a couple months was Resident Evil 4, and I had that on GameCube. But yeah, in Resident Evil 4, you had basically like press these buttons at this time to like dodge. Remember, there's like a zombie swinging like a giant tree trunk or whatever it was. But yeah, in this game, you do the quick time events to fight various enemies, and like when you do that, the kills are just incredibly brutal. So yeah, quick time events are a thing that were kind of like at least somewhat. I think at this time kind of new. Then they kind of became a thing going forward in a lot of other games. And yeah, the things with like some of the like boss fights are just incredible. I remember the very first time I did the Hydra fight, like the end fight of that is you are fighting the two smaller Hydra heads on the deck of a ship, and once you deplete their health, like they kind of get knocked out, and if you don't take them out before they have the opportunity to recover. And it took me a little bit to figure out that you have to basically climb up to these things and spear them to the deck of the ship with these kind of like anchors. So you jump on the anchor, spears the thing into the ship, taking it out. Then you fight the other one, and then you fight the main head. And I remember vividly that you are basically like you're smacking its head into the mass of the ship, and every time you do it, it breaks a chunk of that mast off. And the final part is just a quick time event where you basically like latch onto it with the blades of chaos and you drag it, impaling its head through its eye onto the mast of the ship. It's just incredibly brutal, incredibly violent. But yeah, just an amazing game. Let's see what else we have here for our notes. The game, yeah, the game is I think very short. I think it's like you can beat it in maybe like 10 hours. And I remember when it came out, a lot of people were kind of complaining about the length of the game. But I think I would prefer games to be, like short from start to finish and just be a total blast from beginning to end, than them, adding in 5 extra hours that just kind of feel like filler. So yeah, basically this game is basically just all killer, no filler. It's a short game, but I would rather have a game that is short, sweet, and amazing than a game that is really good for a while and then just kind of drags as they're padding out the gameplay. So the game is fairly short. I remember when it came out, people were kind of using that as a criticism against the game. I don't think it. I think it ends up actually working in the game's favor, because I think if they just were to pad this out, it might get a little bit boring just hacking and slashing. So I would rather just have, like 10 hours of nonstop fun than 20 hours where it's half fun and half a slog through, and then you're slogging through the rest of it. So we're gonna take a look at our reviews here. Game has just incredible reviews here. Let me just pull those up. The right thing here. Let me see. Yeah, so basically, let's take a look at the reviews. Basically, critical acclaim across the board generally. Metacritic has a game at a 94 out of 100. 1up.com gave it an A+. Eurogamer gave it a 9 out of 10. A 4.5 out of 5 from GamePro. GameSpot has it at a 9.3 out of 10, while GameSpy gave it a 5 out of 5. Games Radar Plus gave it a 5 out of 5, and IGN gave it a 9.8 out of 10. So just yeah, really good reviews. I think one of the best-selling PS2 games of all time. I don't remember exactly like how many copies it sold or at what like how it was ranked against like other uh, top-selling PS2 games, but it sold incredibly well, reviewed really well, spawned a bunch of sequels and prequels, and really want to like at like some point try God of War 3. I know that was supposed to be amazing, and I think I barely played it, but one of the PSP versions, which I don't know if it was Chains of Olympus or something else, but yeah, basically it spawned the entire series, which eventually spun off into the God of War, the Norse mythology version. It was like 2018 or so, and then also God of War Ragnarok, which I believe that are now on Steam. So I should probably check those out. Don't know if my computer will be able to run those, but this computer's getting a little bit old. But with that said, we are now going to jump into our gameplay, and we'll be right back with that. Really excited to revisit this game. All right, and we are now loading into God of War. Go ahead and go on normal here.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
Alright, so here we go. We got some enemies here. You basically got your hack and slash kind of attacks. Just love doing these grab attacks like that. There you are. And those chests have like health and all that kind of stuff in them. Oh, one of the hydras is already here.
Alright, quick time events. Can I die? I don't think so. You gotta walk on these boards here. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. Jeez. All right.
And there's some more hydras over that way.
Stay away from me!
I know who you are, Spartan. I know what you've done. I would rather die than be saved by you.
Alright, power-ups. Yeah, I don't think we can do any of the power-ups just yet. Alright, analog stick evades. Alright, we can roll. Alright, here's the harpies. Let's rip some wings off here. Alright, yeah, there we go. Awesome. Oh, another Hydra, alright. coming. Gotta do that again. You gotta press that button really fast. Here we go again. All right, that should take it out. We have what, 516? Not quite enough yet. No upgrades yet. See where we have to go now. Can't go there, can't go there. We go here. Yeah, rip the guy in half. Awesome. So yeah, you can do juggles. Alright, we gotta walk across this now. Oh man, alright. Fell off. Gotta be a little more careful walking across here. Oh man.
Slow and steady, slow and steady.
Alright, we're there. Halfway.
Oh, man. Oh, come on, man.
Oh. Yeah, the walking on beams is... Yeah, I think it asked me if I wanted to lower the difficulty. I'm like, I don't think there's any way to make that easier. But... I was able to recover that one at least. Come on, come on, come on, we're almost there. Alright, got it. Finally, alright. What do we have here?
They were real. The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late. We're pinned down. These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
We got a... Alright, save point. Alright, we got our save. Is that the box? Okay. We've got a R2 and X. All right. think the box can also get destroyed. It got destroyed right there. I think it doesn't respawn. Yep. Here we go. It's got to move it into here now. Double jump, right? Nope, jumped a little too far there.
Alright, what do we have here? Let's go ahead and look.
Lord Poseidon.
Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a task you must complete. This beast, this Hydra, it has terrorized my seas for far too long. Your skills are admirable, but you will need assistance. You will need the power of the gods. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies. Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Let's save here.
Get them away from the ship! Why won't they die?
The giant one! He keeps healing the others!
No, God! We'll never get out of here! Doomed! We're doomed! We're off!
Poseidon, save me.
Alright, so our first major boss fight here coming up. So we've got the 3 heads to deal with. We got the anchors above. And they got their breath that can pull you to them. Alright, that one's down. We gotta go up here. They only have a certain amount of time before they regenerate. Alright, that one's out. Alright, we gotta do the other one now. Alright, we gotta... Alright, now to fight the main one here. Oh, no. Yeah, it'll knock you off. No, I'm not even hitting it. All right, here we go. So that smacks into the mast there. No, misfit that. All right, another quick time thing. Oh, missed it. Alright, I think we gotta do it one more time as we're gonna be pulling onto the mast. Oop.
All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Impaled on the mat. Nice.
Thank you! Thank the gods you came back for me!
I didn't come back for you.
This is such a badass scene, dude. Got the key. I don't think I need any help right now, right? Oh, we got this one though. Alright, 2 Gorgon eyes. Where do we need to go? I don't think we can jump down there, can we? Maybe through here? Nope. Nope, can't go that way. Nope, nothing that way.
Do we need to go further into the Hydra? I mean, I don't know why we would need to do that. I think we die if we jump in there, right? Or, yeah, it won't even let you in there. Oh, there we go.
Slaughtered like animals, the victims lay before him, a reminder of his own past, a past he could never escape. His only solace was the sea, endlessly sailing from one harbor to the next in service to the gods of Olympus. All his hopes rested with them. For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many women he took to his bed, nothing on earth could rid him of the horrors that plagued his mind.
Athena! 10 years, Athena. I have faithfully served the gods for 10 years. When will you relieve me of these nightmares?
We request one final task of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares my great city fall. Zeus has forbidden the gods from waging war on each other. That is why it must be Kratos. Only a mortal trained by a god has a chance at defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill a god, then the visions, they will end?
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Leaving the rotting carcass of the Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once more. His greatest challenge and freedom from his growing madness lay before him in the ancient city of Athens.
All right, and I think that is where we are going to end this video. This has been God of War, just an incredible game, one of the greatest games of all time, and the starting point of an amazing series for the God of War series. So that's going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back again in a week from now, jumping into 2006. Really looking forward to that, and then jumping into the rest of the decade after that. So again, thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.